A lot of you have questions. Questions that have been sitting and sitting and sitting for a very long time. Well, I'm here to answer these questions. They're not only questions, they're Qnaee. I'm actually back and it's great to be back. Sorry, I've been busy with piano music and fun and things like that and not video. I've been doing audio. Let's start answering these questions that need to be answered. They're ancient Qnaees. Let's start with the first one. I guess I will put the question here since there's this box and I have a green light because Qnaee has green in the... Anyways, your hair looks nice. Thanks. I'm trying to remember what my hair looked like in the last video. Is the earth flat? No. Look, there's a lot of dumb people in this world that think the earth is flat. But there's even dumber people that think it's round because it's obviously a triangle. Please don't skip me says, oh dear, there's a whole bunch of questions here. Well, okay, they need answering. They've been needing answering since December 17, 2019. It's really been that long. Number one habit you find weird. I have this new habit where I go, have you ever done anything illegal? I saw something that says like the average person breaks 10 laws a day. Average law break. The average person unknowingly breaks at least 3 federal criminal laws every day. I've probably done a couple of illegal things. Do you have a nickname you hate the most? So I used to be called Romance because if you take the letters Cameron, and it can actually spell romance. Would you rather look like a potato or feel like a potato? What color is your toothbrush? I want to say it's either blue or green. What is 3 things weird about your family? There's me, my brothers, and my sisters. My optional name says, rate yourself on how attractive you think you are from a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best and 1 being the worst. This is a very hard question because I don't find myself attractive. I'm attractive to women. You actually have to clarify that nowadays. Okay, so I don't know. I don't think I'm ugly, but I don't think I'm like that attractive. So I guess a 4? You can't rate yourself on how attractive you think you are. I don't think that's possible. What's the weirdest injury you have ever gotten? So I like kombucha and I get it from the store. I work at Old Pass Natural Market and we have these things called wild tonics and they're these bottles and they're blue. And well, I took one and I went to drink it too fast and I chipped my tooth. Was that an injury? What is the best song you composed? This is not a song, but I just recently did a soundtrack for a movie called Every Step, and I encourage you to check that out on my other channel where I do that song, and it's a good film with my best music I've made. Great. Okay, so I don't remember if anybody remembers the meme on this channel about Bugs Bunny, but I just got a message from Bugs Bunny back. Oh, a few, actually. I'm not even going to answer these, but I'll read them just for your curiosities. What kind of girl would you like to hang out with? I mean, like their personality. How many children do you want? When you have a wedding, what theme and what color do you want? Do you have any secret relationships? I need to know. Do you like me in any way? This was all written in December of 2019. I wonder where this kid who's pretending to be Bugs Bunny is. Like, do I even know them? Like, imagine they're actually like a friend and they just never told me they're actually... That's the thing with anonymous questions. It's like, I literally have no clue who Bugs Bunny is. It could have been multiple people. Like, Bugs Bunny's back could have been a different Bugs Bunny. Who knows? Bigfoot wants to know, will you ever finish building the ultimate parkour course? Oh, was that one video where I was like, I named it day 1 of building a parkour course and I made one video and I just never finished it because I didn't even know what to build next. King David Soros says, which food category do you prefer? I really like Chinese food. Chinese food is actually pretty good. Also, Mexican food is very good, but yeah. I also like coffee. King David Soros says, what is your favorite color? Favorite. King Davidsaurus says, what is your favorite color? Okay, so blue is the universal favorite color. Everybody likes blue, right? But I'm gonna still have to say yellow is my favorite just because yellow is just, it's been my color since I was a kid when I said it was my favorite color, so. King Davidsaurus says, have you ever done something that people found funny and are happy you did it? I told this one the other day and like I actually got a good reaction. Like people found it really funny and I was like kind of proud of myself. I didn't make up the joke, but I guess I delivered it funny enough. So basically there are these two people and one guy's like, ha, you can't beat this because I have a bottle of glue. And the other guy is like, oh, well, that's nothing because I have a whole tin of glue. And he's like, oh man, that's hard. But guess what? I got a whole farm of ants. Yeah, that's right. I got ants. And the other man's like, huh, those ants are so short. They're short. I have taller ants. Haha. And then he's like, oh man, that's nothing. You haven't seen nothing. The other guy's like, I have bread. And then the other guy's like, man, I can't beat that with my gluten intolerance. Happy New Year, 2020. What are your plans for this year? Why does Qnaee have a double E? Because if you do one E, it's just Qnaee. Learn to read. Omega wants to know, what program do you use to edit these videos? So for audio, I'm using Logic Pro. For the video, I use HitFilm Pro. Do you have a girlfriend? Nope. Hey bro, I agree with you. Cats are disgusting. But if God created them, it must be for a good reason, right? Okay, think of it this way. There were no thorns on planet Earth until the fall of man, until the curse of sin on Earth. There were thorns. That's biblical. Cats have claws. Think about it, like literally, just think about that for 5 seconds or more in it. It all adds up. Am I the only one that noticed that for a while the shadow of the lava lamp was almost perfectly around the turtle on the wall? That's actually honestly kind of satisfying. What do you think about people wearing nail polish? Is it okay or not, or what? I don't see why it's not okay. Why not? I mean, like, I don't get it. You, like, not okay as if like you shouldn't do it. Is it unhealthy? No? No? Is it a sin? No. Your secret admirer says, do you have a crush on any special girl? Okay, there comes a point where you outgrow the crush phase. At first, especially as a Christian guy who's, you know, not allowed to date girls at a young age. I don't even know this girl, but she's pretty. And I like her. And they're like, oh, yeah, I made eye contact with this girl yesterday at church. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I think I'm going to propose tomorrow. And you start... I guess like you start realizing it's time to take that seriously. So if you're gonna like a girl, it's more of like a decision rather than getting the fuzzy feelings. Like, okay, I like hanging out with this girl. She's nice, instead of like, oh, I just feel like I like it. So no, I would say no. I haven't had a crush since years. While I was doing the last Qnaee, probably I had a crush there. King Davidsaurus again. Have you ever said something you thought was funny and instantly wished you didn't? It's not like I say something I think is funny and it turns out rude or mean or anything. It's more like I say it and then I realize that sounded so stupid and everybody's like giving me this look like, am I supposed to laugh? That's why it's easier to do jokes on a video like this because I can edit out my stupid jokes. You have no clue how many jokes I edit out. And also, some of my jokes I try to make funny by stopping the music and zooming up on my face. For some reason, that just makes it funnier. Or I just yell into the microphone because loud equals funny. What is the most rememberable day in your lifetime? I don't know. I have such a bad memory. I don't think there's such thing as a rememberable day. King Davidsaurus says, when you act in a skit, do you actually find it funny or is it just an act for you? I usually find it funny because usually the skits you have watched, I am the writer of the skit. And I'm funny. King Davidsaurus says, if you could live without something necessary for life, what would it be? Food. I I don't hate food. Okay. I would just like it if we could just eat for like pleasure. Because usually I don't feel like eating at all. And then it's like, oh no, I'm hungry. And it's lunchtime. Great. Now I gotta eat. And I know this is not normal. This is just weird me. I really don't enjoy eating. Every now and then, like, oh, I want a pizza or something. But exactly why I wish it wasn't necessary. I wish we could eat whenever we feel like it, which for me would be like maybe every other day. King David Soros says, do you have one particular thing that would make you the happiest to talk about? Grace. Jesus is God's grace and just the whole thing about the gospel. Whenever I feel like super happy, it's because I hear the gospel in a way I've never like heard it. And as a Christian, you can hear the gospel over and over and over again. And it's just more amazing every time you hear it. Your favorite cousin Trinity. What is the most funny play you have ever been to? I already answered that question in Qnaee. You need to go watch all my old Qnaee. Mine is a play at church called The Living Christmas Tree. Tanner got so bored, he started to melt out his chair onto the floor. We were like 4. He eventually ended up under the person in front of us was sitting in. Man, so what'd y'all do? Like get a towel and dry them up? Your fave cousin Trinity. What's your fave move? I think I've talked about this before that I don't have a favorite movie just because when you watch the movie, there's no reason to watch it again. My favorite movie is a movie I haven't watched yet. There's a really long question here. My mom got really sick last year. She's on the mend now, but she can't stop talking about what happened. What should I do? Because I'm getting really tired of hearing her talk about it and hearing her bring it into every single conversation that we have. It's pretty much the only thing she talks about on Facebook. Tell me about it. But she told me she thought was only one. Okay, it wasn't me. It was the way you wrote it. But she told me that she thought was only one who listens and actually cares, which is not true. The rest of my siblings are just sick of hearing about it. So I'm trying to be gracious and not roll my eyes or anything when she brings it up yet again. She has also gotten much meaner to my dad and older sister. So I feel like I'm two-faced because she complains to me and her friends, for that matter, about them. And I can't really tell her to stop complaining about them because I know she will just complain about me behind my back to her friends and family. So what do you think I should do? P.S. This is a real problem. Okay, it's a real problem as of January 30th, 2020. Okay, so if you're still having this problem years later, like it's an even bigger problem now. It's 2022. But maybe I'll answer just in case someone else has a problem like this. I don't know what really sick means, but basically like some people, they cannot move on from some traumatizing thing that has happened. It's like it becomes part of them. And when it's over, when it's better, it's almost like they don't even know who they are without that thing. Like it's not right to complain, right? About something that is no longer relevant and then blame people when they don't understand, when you've realized you've been complaining about this and it's, you know, people are kind of sick, they're ready to move on. But at the same time, your mom, she might really be traumatized. Like she might sound like she's just complaining about things, but this might have wrecked her life. She's just like in this place that she's like she can't get it off her mind because all she can think about is the pain that she went through. That could cause for something like therapy or just someone she can talk through it, and not about it, but talk through it and try to figure out why is this still bothering her. And on the other hand, but be careful, on the other hand, they could just be wanting attention. Some people are like that. They get hurt and they're like, man, I'm getting on Facebook. I want to see all those heart things and that new caring emoji reaction. And I just want pity. And that's wrong. That's wrong with her, but maybe talk to her about it. Like, you're talking a lot about this thing and it's kind of over now. like, what's up? Like, is this still hurting you? Or, like, what's up? Just what's up, and talk through, try to figure out what is bringing this up again, because who knows? It could be a root of a bigger problem. Okay, I gotta clarify something that I did not say in this video. It should never be a normal thing for a parent to come to the children for emotional support, especially with the manipulation of saying that you don't care if you're not listening to them about this thing they're going through. And I'm not saying this so that you can take this and take it to her and say, see, leave me alone. Here's what Cameron said, and show them the video that I'm making. But it can be very dangerous to your emotional health like this as a child. So I would advise, if this is becoming a big problem, to seek someone older, maybe a family counselor, maybe your other parent, or just someone that could be able to talk to her, and because, this could be bad. With all that being said, I still believe if you're at a good relationship with your mother and a good emotional state, you can try to help and talk through. Like, I'm not saying you can't do that, but you should not have to believe that you're responsible for that. There we go. All right, there's more questions that range from February 2020 to February 2021 is the last one that I got answered. And I'm going to answer those in another episode, because TikTok has ruined people's attention span, and I got to make these videos a lot shorter than they used to be. So I really hope you enjoyed, and I'm sorry if I don't have the same energy I did back then, but I'm hoping to get better and get back into this, because this is really fun. It shouldn't take too much time to edit, especially since I got to keep it a little bit shorter than it used to be. And I really want to do another one. So thanks for dropping by. I have no idea what color my toothbrush is right now.